Okay, it is a new moon message today. It is the new moon. And remember when I told you October was going to be Shocktober? Oh my gosh, the first 5 days of October, it was just one breaking news thing after another. And so for the first 15 days of October, it has been a whirlwind. And I know that we're not hearing what's going on outside of the United States at this particular point, but I'm here to tell you that there's been some pretty intense things going on outside in other countries dealing with this new age of Aquarius, if you will. So it's just been a roller coaster, and it will continue to be a roller coaster for the next few months. So that's why I'm doing these, is just to kind of give you a heads up on what's in store for us. So as we get into the new moon, we know the new moon is a great time to set your intentions. And I want to give you a word today that I think might help you as you go through these changing times. The word is courage. Now, courage is the ability to do something that you're afraid of. And there's many, many different types of courage, not just physical, but there's emotional and there's spiritual and there's moral courage. And when I think about courage, I always reflect back on my teaching years when I talked about the Spartans in Greece and how at 7 years old, those little boys were taken away from their mothers and put into barracks, and they were taught war strategies, and they were taught to be courageous and brave. And then I go to the medieval times where the knights, again, the knights had a code of chivalry that included valor, which is bravery and courage, and military strategies, and honor to the church, and so on and so forth. So the code of honor was very much included in their training. And again, we know that all the bravery that they did. You know, all of our lives we have grown up with stories about bravery. I mean, we hear it with David and Goliath in the Bible. We hear it from our fairy tales. We hear it from cartoons, you know, Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, all these things that these kids aspire to be. We hear it in Wizard of Oz, the lion, courageous, to be courageous. We hear it in Star Wars, or we see it in Star Wars. So courage is something that we have grown up with and that we hold dear to our hearts. So I want you to think this month, or the last part of this month, because like I said, we are not done with this turbulent time yet. But I want you to think about your personal self-care and to think about how courageous you are. You need to be courageous through these times, and you need to take care of yourself so you can endure these things to come. There are 6 things that I wanted to read to you about how to be courageous, or what it means to be courageous. Number 1 is the feeling fear yet choosing to act. Number 2, it is following your heart. And right now I think all of us are trying to figure out what that exactly means. Where is my heart? The third thing is persevering in the face of adversity. Are we not going through that right now? Oh yeah. The fourth thing is facing suffering with dignity and faith. Number 5, expanding your horizons, letting go of the familiar. And we are into a new age. We are into a new world. It is not going back to what it was before. So are we able to brace that, let go of the past, and become familiar with the new? And the 6th one is standing up for what is right. So again, what a turbulent time we're going through, but if there's anything that you can do, you just think about being courageous. Now, along with that, I want you to think about you being courageous, but also encouraging. How many times do our friends, our neighbors, our families need to have a little bit of encouragement? We all need it. We're all going through certain things, whether it's your school kids going to school and having to be courageous about doing that, or things that, you know, your job situation, just so many things that people need a little bit of encouragement. So that is going to be our thought for the remainder of the month. So think about being courageous, think about bravery, think about the stories you've heard and how you are representing that particular characteristic. So there you have it. Again, Shocktober, we're in for a little ride. be courageous, and do your self-care. It is time for you, and remember to lead with your heart. We will talk with you later.